crews have got off the line in very smart fashion. Lane 1, Sac State. Lane 2, Crew Runnings. Lane 3, UC San Diego B. Lane 4, UC Santa Barbara. Lane 5, True Aggies. Lane 6, USD Alumni. And as they come down towards the first 250 meters, it looks as though it's the crew in lane 3, UC San Diego B, who have a very slight advantage over Sac State. The other four crews, Crew Runnings, UC Santa Barbara, True Aggies, and the University of San Diego Alumni are level for the third spot as we speak. Very close between these crews, inches being gained by each stroke, nothing more. And at this stage, it's the crew in lane 3, University of California, San Diego B, who are inching out to a lead of about a canvas over their opposition in lane 1, Sac State. As they come up to the 500-meter mark, it's UC San Diego B over Sac State. And then it's really close between Crew Runnings, UC Santa Barbara, True Aggies, and USD Alumni. Of those four crews, it's UC Santa Barbara who have the most to make up at this point.
And to mark at our 500 meters, finds in lane number 1, California State University. In lane 2, at Sacramento that is, and lane 2, Crew Runnings. Lane 3, you find the University of California, San Diego, our current leader. It's their B crew. In lane number 4, it is Santa Barbara. Lane 5, True Aggies out of Davis, California. And lane number 6, the University of San Diego Alumni, A crew. And the call at 500 meters indicated that it was University of California, San Diego B crew on the lead, followed closely by Cal State Sacramento. Crew Runnings out of lane number 2, and then in sequence 4 out to 5 would be Santa Barbara, True Aggies, and the University of San Diego Alumni, A crew. As our crews approach the 1,000-meter mark, along the shoreline, we're still working on Cal State Sacramento. And they appear to have an ever so slight lead, but it's very close between themselves and University of California, San Diego. Crew Runnings is also in the hunt. And looking out to the outside, University of San Diego Alumni A boat has made a move into 4th position. And then it appears it will be True Aggies, followed by Santa Barbara. In the center of our field, University of California, San Diego B crew continues to be on a slight lead. Very tight between Crew Runnings and Sacramento State along the shoreline. Sac State is in lane 1, Crew Runnings in lane 2. Then all the way to the outside lane 6, the University of San Diego Alumni A crew. Looks like True Aggies has moved up a spot, and Santa Barbara is trailing. We are approaching 1,500 meters. And the San Diego Alumni crew on the outside certainly giving an excellent accounting of themselves. But our leader continues to be, that would be the A crew on the outside. It is the University of California, San Diego, and their B crew in the 3rd lane. And they are currently fighting off Sac State along the shoreline. Very impressive job by the University of San Diego Alumni A crew. They were trailing, and they put on quite a push just outside of 500 meters. And it looks like they may be in command out here on the outside. On the outside, it is the University of California, San Diego, or University of San Diego Alumni. Along the shoreline, Sac State. And Sac State along the shoreline has about a 4-seed lead. In the middle of the pack, it is San Diego B crew is holding on about 3 seats, and the University of San Diego Alumni, with a furious charge in the middle of the race, is on the outside, but it looks like Sac State may have fought off the challenge. Sac State along the shoreline, all the way outside is San Diego, and unofficially it looks like Sac State may have held in there. Very tight for second between the University of California San Diego B and all the way outside the University of San Diego Alumni A crew. Excellent move by Sac State, and let's look at event number 61. This is the Women's Collegiate JV Petite Final, and we're looking at lane 1 being St. Joseph's University. It'll be Louisville out of lane number 2, pulling out of lane 3, Purdue. Kansas State University will be heading out of lane 4. Lane 5 is occupied by San Diego State University, and then the University of San Diego is in lane number 6. Coming up, the Women's Collegiate JV Petite Final. There was an outstanding finish to that last race, and it would be something, if you were involved with either one of those crews, to have an excellently covered DVD of that particular race. Well, you can get one. It'll be available about an hour after the race has completed, so it'll be approximately 9 o'clock that you can pick up a DVD at our merchandising booth. And we have a race underway.
And they're often racing in the Women's Collegiate JV Petite. All the crews have come off the line, very even. It's hard to pick who might have the early advantage. The only crew that's slightly dropped back would be Purdue and San Diego State, but they've only dropped back by about a seat. The rest are pretty even across the course. As we come down towards the end of the first 250, it's stroke for stroke between St. Joseph's and Louisville in lanes 1 and 2, with about a seat back to Kansas State in 4. There they are, closely followed by Purdue, who have settled and inched back on the rest of the field. And on the far outside, the San Diego have a slight advantage over San Diego State. As they come down towards the end of the first 500, it's a very close boat race. If this one continues in the continues in the rest of the course as it has done in the first 500, this should get exciting at the finish. As we come down to the 500-meter mark, it's St. Joseph's with a slight advantage over Louisville, only 1 seat. Then there's about a further 2 seats back to the crew in lane 4, Kansas State University, who have about a canvas lead over Purdue. It's then about half a length back to University of San Diego and about most of a boat length back to San Diego State in last place at this point. That could all change.
An outstanding and competitive beginning to our Women's Collegiate JV Petite Final, event number 61. Looking at the lane assignments quickly, it is in lane number 1, St. Joseph's, and they're currently on the lead. They're being tracked by Louisville in lane number 2 and second spot. It is Purdue in lane 3. Then Kansas State is in lane 4. In lane 5, San Diego State University. And in lane 6, the University of San Diego. Our race progress call at 500 meters indicated that St. Joseph's was in the number 1 spot, followed by Louisville, then Kansas State, Purdue, University of San Diego, and San Diego State University. A very competitive race in our early going. They are approaching 1,000 meters. Gone by in this race, and it's still extremely tight. It appears that Louisville may have nosed ahead of St. Joseph's in lane number 1, so Louisville in lane 2, but looking all the way to the outside, the University of San Diego is certainly not letting the leaders go away. Then we are looking at Kansas State. They are pulling out of lane number 4, and inside of them would be Purdue. Very competitive at the front 4 of this particular race. San Diego State on the far outside continues to stay in the hunt. As we get farther and farther into the afternoon, these crews apparently are more and more evenly matched in the late morning, and we have an outstanding race going on right now with 7:50 to go. It appears Louisville in lane number 2 may have a slight edge over St. Joseph's. It looks like Kansas State has stayed in that 3rd position. Outside to the University of San Diego, challenging early, but falling back slightly. And San Diego State University. A quick check of the lanes as they approach 500 meters. St. Joe's is in lane number 1. And on the lead at the moment. In lane 2 is Louisville. Outside of them is Purdue, and they are back in about the 3rd or 4th position. Outside to Kansas State. They are in lane 4, San Diego State University in lane 5, and the University of San Diego out on the outside in lane 6. Louisville made a move just before the 1,000-meter mark and has made it stand up, as they now have some open water lead here. Kansas State gamely trying to hang on, and on the far outside, that is the University of San Diego. This is Louisville. They are being tracked by Kansas State as Purdue begins to make a move, and on the far outside, the University of San Diego has fallen back a bit. Then inside to San Diego State University, and one of our early leaders, St. Joseph's, in lane number 1, fading. In a comfortable lead at the moment is Louisville. Kansas State out there in 2nd spot, but they need to worry about Purdue inside of them with about a 5-seat differential between the two. Then it's too close to call between St. Joseph's and the University of San Diego, with San Diego State trailing. At the head of our pack, this is Louisville. It looks like Kansas State will hang on unofficially for that 2nd spot, followed by Purdue putting on a furious charge at about the 500-meter mark. And that is our women's collegiate JV Petite final. Next up is the men's collegiate JV Petite final. And looking at the lane assignments on that one, in lane number 1, it is Orange Coast College. In lane 2, the University of California, San Diego. That's Santa Clara out in lane 3, and outside of them, the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA in lane 4. Irvine